Hello, Rand team. This is Christoph with Kaiserworks presenting 8th Street Cottage. This is what I had formerly called the 1027 Tallboy. We're looking here at 1027, the plan that we had left a long time ago. And this next slide here is the elevations, or are the elevations for 1027. I wanted to start here. This was our launching point. And then moving next to 8th Street Cottage. I'm going to toggle back and forth a few times here. On the top, these two images here are one iteration. Gabled dormers is what we're looking at for these two images here. This is a typo. It says shed dormer here. This one should say gable. So both these top ones are gable. We're showing the top of the roof at 25 feet, which is typically as high as we can go, generally speaking, with historic preservation. Maybe a foot taller, maybe a foot lower, somewhere in there. We started here, quickly recognized that the amount of space that we're able to accommodate with this sort of scenario is challenging compared with what we can achieve with this roof form. So we've got two different roof forms to present to you. This is a shed dormer, obviously, and we have it rotated towards the street, so you'd have 3 windows and a larger expanse of more elevated roof. You can see in both of these a dashed line that denotes where we anticipate the structure. So here, this would be a scissor truss on the interior of this gable dormer, and then on the shed dormer, you can see in this elevation here the delineation of that interior space. You'd have a scissor truss where the dormer does not exist. Where the dormer exists, you'd have additional head height clearance in there. This is the original roof plan of 1027 East McKinley, just as again as a starting point. Here we added the gabled dormers in the roof plan. Moving now to this slide, this is the shed dormer version. And we started this with a quick study of just geometry. If we're starting with this, for example, as our roof form, the interior livable area, measuring up to 7 feet of ceiling height, yields this space in the middle. So that hatched area is the amount of livable space. That's 503 square feet. You can, of course, get other things to live in these additional areas, but typically that's where the sofa lives, or a line of cabinets or something that's going to be lower in profile. If I move now to this next sheet here, we have 835 square feet, and my apologies, that decimal point should be 1 over, and that should be rounded up to 833.5 square feet is what you get with the shed dormer form. So you get quite a bit more square feet out of that. That is the one we've done these investigations with. And I will take us now to a few different iterations. First, of the office. This is what we're calling Office A. And Office A, you come up stairs that arrive at the back end of the space. So you would basically arrive on a side yard. You would enter through a door. This entry moment is similar to what I have directly across the street at Hunter House, where there is an upstairs that you gain access by virtue of a side entry on the side of the house. We're showing a wider entry point. This is actually 4 feet and change on the width of the stairs. I think it's 4'7". Coming up a nice, or 4'3" rather, nice large stair entry moment, and as you get to the top of the stairs, you turn and you look into this large volume of space. This we're seeing as bar seating. This could be additional workspace if this was being used as an office. Walking forward in the space, we have a conference table that sits at the center of the space. This is where the ceiling heights are tallest, and you have these roof forms coming together to create nice volume in the center of the space. Off to the side here, we have a lounge area with a small banquette that is tucked into that corner, again using the lowest ceiling height space to the best of our ability. Actually, no, that is true. That is true. And then here we're showing a TV that would be associated with that lounge area. Moving further up in this plan, and I'm going to use up, down, left, right because this is not necessarily tied to a particular parcel. We have our workstations. We're showing those workstations tucked behind somewhat of a scrim wall. This could be a curtain, this could be vertical slat wood, etc. But we're showing 4 workstations that march across and would be looking out of the shed dormer windows along that side here. Here where we have lowest ceiling height in the space, we're showing closet storage or storage closet for the office. Moving to the other side, it is at this location here that you gain access to an office kitchen with shallower office storage on that side, small powder room located here. This would be attic space, and this would be attic space as well. This is additional storage. We, I think, could squeeze a shower into this volume. It would be a low ceiling height shower that might require some gymnastics in terms of a step down, but that's what we're showing in this particular iteration. This next slide is a variation on this concept. This is what we're calling Office B. Very similar. This is basically the same arrangement here. Here the lounge moves to the center, conference room moves to the right side over here. In this case, you can pass around this center feature sort of material wall, and the closet goes away in this case and turns into additional attic space. This is the first dwelling unit using the same floor plan. And the dwelling unit, and we tried to work these such that it's a bit of a toggle switch. You could very quickly switch from one plan to the next based on use with minor renovation effectively. So coming to the top of that stair, we have a living room that's at the center of the space. This would in this case not be a bar height element, but would be a lower 18 to 24 inch tall entertainment unit with the television sitting on top of it facing into that living room space. Dining is tucked over here on the side. Just behind the dining we have a small workstation that's tucked in there. Kitchen you gain access to, same as the office, coming back in here with some screened visibility back out to the main space. We're tucking a stacked washer dryer in the pantry area here, and then you gain access to the bedroom by walking through this. Again, we like the idea of showing off the extents of the space but creating zones for activity using something like a slat wall, for example. Going through that slat wall and into this pocket door, or this could be a hinge door, we have a shower, toilet, and vanity. This is the bedroom with full height millwork storage. This would be attic space, and attic space. This last sheet is of the first floor. This requires some rework, and the plan as we first started it had the stair located further down in the space, but the reality of our roof form challenges that. So this would either require a roof alteration that would allow us to push the stair down. Long story short, in any scenario, if we are to integrate the stair internally, it's going to require some rework of that first floor. So we wanted to get your thoughts on this first iteration, this first exploratory investigation, and then we will go from there. So we look forward to your thoughts on this. Thank you.